Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, all right. Getting everything situated here. Give us a few minutes as we get everything positioned here. All right. Oh, I gotta open the waiting room up here. Admit, admit. All right, all right. Welcome, 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 everyone. I am your host. I'm Nathaniel from the Real Estate Deal Lab. We are going to get right into it shortly. And give me 1 second here as I position everything. All right, so we have James on the live. Welcome, James. Okay, we got, all right, we're filling up here. We're filling up. I love it. All right, we have James on the line. How you doing, James? All right. Thank you for joining the live. We have Nicole on the live. Thank you for joining.
Hello.
We have Daniela. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
Very good, very good. Um, so we're going to get right into it, but before we do, how's everyone's week going? We'll start with you, James. Saw that you were the first one there.
Give me
All right,
5 seconds. Hopefully, I think I'm unmuted. Just
there
get
you go.
myself to go on a 2-hour drive.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, what about you, Nicole?
My week is going really, really good. Been working on some community projects that are taking shape. So that's very exciting to kind of be a part of these bigger initiatives. And yeah, things are good. Things are good. Had an inspection at my property this week that kind of freaked me out from the insurance company. My
Okay,
insurance agent told me it was like not a huge deal, but still it was a little worrisome at first, but it seems like everything went off without a hitch. That was good, and that's
very
kind of
good.
everything.
Very good, very good. What what about you, Danny? Daniela? It says Danny on there though. Daniela, you there?
It does. I'm here.
Very,
My week's been pretty good. Yeah, it's been busy looking into right now, getting into some wholesale deals. But yeah, it's been going pretty well.
very good, very good. We have also iPhone, somebody from iPhone. Welcome.
I think that's me. Hi.
That is you. Hi, Camille. All right, all right. Everyone's names are on here now, and just trying to get an introduction to everybody. Thank you all for joining. We're going to go into a few things, but I want more interaction. I want you be engaging with this, okay? Because I love me, I'm like a lecturer. I could talk all day about real estate. I love it so much. But the goal really is to see how I can be of best service and value to you. We are going to go over a few quick topics. How to find discounted properties before the public sees them is one of them, and how to structure deals, even if you don't have any money or a lot of money, and how to avoid rookie mistakes that cost you thousands. Okay. So those are the topics that we're going to go through. Has anybody found any vacant properties or driven by any vacant properties recently? and anyone can chime in. I'm open to it. Uh, have anybody found anything while driving? That is number one. The key is really to drive, okay? And just opening your eyes to the surroundings that are around you, okay? So we're gonna jump right into it. I'm Nathaniel, Real Estate Deal Lab. I've been doing real estate investing for about 11 years. I have a portfolio that's about $3 to $4 million, and it's all started from not knowing anything and really jumping in and just saying today is the day. Because at the end of the day, you could have good credit one day and that could go away. You can have all the money and that can go away. But the skills that you learn, those are the keys. So that's why we developed the Real Estate Deal Lab so I can share the skills and we can all make some money together and learn together. And so that's why we're here. I've done everything from fix and flip, new construction, buy and holds, subject twos, dealing with code enforcement, liens, foreclosures, and so much more. Currently have 4 projects going at the same time, and I have a portfolio that I'm working on selling. So at the end of the day, there is so many different structures that you could do. All right, so how do you find discounted properties before anyone sees them? Does anybody have any idea how you'd find them? Nicole?
How do you find what? I'm sorry.
How do you find discounted properties before the public sees them? Do you have any idea?
Uh, Driving for dollars.
Okay. Well, you got the cheat
Always,
code there. What's that, James?
always look, always looking.
That's right. That's right.
Building relationships.
That's right.
Yeah, everyday conversations, just talking to people, getting personal, finding out how things are going.
Very
Start to
good.
find out what's really happening and get to that core of they might be in a distressed situation.
Hmm. How about you, Daniela? Think we kind of lost her there. Oh yeah,
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just also multitasking. I'm also here at the
I
studio at
got
work.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say definitely all the ones that were mentioned right now, driving around, just paying attention to what's around you, prop stream as well.
Okay. So y'all are specialized people already because you have half the battle is right there, right? You're building the relationships, right? That's number one. Driving for dollars, that means looking for them. People used to ask me why I don't use a list, a paid list. I said, well, I like to get the stuff before everyone gets to it. So again, that's driving, looking around, building relationships. What kind of a relationships do you think we should be building in order to get those type of deals? Anybody has any questions on or answers on that? All right, so attorneys. Attorneys are very, very good source of leads. And a lot of times people, you all know attorneys or have friends that may be attorneys. And just asking that question, just like what Camille was saying, just the relationships. And again, that is one of the highest sources of very, very profitable leads. Everything from bankruptcy attorneys, foreclosure attorneys, you have family attorneys because everyone, that is having a divorce, they sometimes they have a property that's involved that they must sell, right? And then of course, estate planners. Those attorneys are people that have a lot of different leads that come in because they have to do probate. So that's when somebody has passed away and the property is one of the, piece of the estate that has to be liquidated or transferred to their heirs' names. So those are very, very good deals, very good deals. Because 9 times out of 10, the people don't live in the same state at all, and they just want the money. Okay, they want to get rid of it. So those are definitely good ways to get leads done. So again, relationships, driving for dollars, right? And again, just talking to people. Today I was just talking to somebody, and actually it was yesterday, I was just talking to somebody and they just said, "Hey, listen, these people are selling their house because, their assessments are too high." Right? So that means that if you own a townhouse or a condo, every, couple of years, they have different assessments that might be too high for regular homeowners to afford. That means that they have to pay it either in installments or all up front, and they can't afford that. So even if they live on beachside, they want to get rid of the stuff because, again, to pay that would get them in the hole. A lot of people are on fixed budgets and fixed incomes, right? And a large amount of money just for assessments or taxes has priced people out of the market. So maybe going to find a tax assessor, going to the taxes and seeing how people are paying their taxes. That's another way to get deals before other people see them. Because again, you're talking, you're building those relationships, and somebody in insurance could be like, hey, listen, these folks, they need to get rid of this property because their insurance is going to drop them and they don't have the money to fix the houses. Those are another way to get leads before people see them, right? So again, driving, can't stress that enough. Please just drive and look, and you'll see tall grass. You'll see houses with broken windows. You see roof repair. Today I found one that was in roof repair. I looked it up online, and then suddenly I found that there was the people that own it didn't live in the state, and it was already, looks like they were going to a probate for one of the people. So again, those are leads, okay, that are good before people see them, before a list is even created, right?
The lawn care definitely a good indication. I've had a few clients that picked up properties based off of the lawn care provider saying they had a relations with the person and found out that, the mom or dad died and now they're selling the house. So
Yeah,
that's
very, very good. Very, very good. And that's really the key, that relationship and keeping your eyes open and watching. You could be driving down your neighborhood. It was cut all along, but now it's not cut, right? If it's not cut for a couple of weeks and you know that usually your neighbor cuts that grass, you need to inquire, hey, what's going on? Right? It's just a simple question. Hey, what's going on with this? All right. So those are definitely some key areas to find stuff before anyone else finds it. I'm telling you, it happens all the time, right? So build those relationships, drive for the dollars. I call it driving for my millions. That's what it is. All right. Everybody used to say driving for millions, okay? Because that's what you're doing. And I can't stress that. That's really, really effective stuff. Now we're going to jump right into how to structure. Anybody has any questions, first off? No questions? No questions? Okay, all right. Um, how to structure deals even if you don't have any money? Well, that is done every single day. And it's just after you find a house and you have a seller say, hey, listen, I'm ready to sell. As long as you get it at the right price, there's always money available. No matter what, there's always money available. People do the reverse. They try to get the money first and then try to look for a deal. I say learn the skill first to find these deals, and the money is attracted to a good deal. Okay? So, how do I structure some of these deals? Well, again, you could find somebody that has the money, or you can find title companies, again, that have people that are lenders that they're just looking at the property, right? And they know what that area is. So find lenders, local private lenders in that area. You never know. Also, your family. People have money and they just been saving it. There's some savers in your family. You don't even know. Just ask. It'd be like, hey, listen, I'm about to start doing real estate investing. I'm very interested in building this wealth for us, right? And you get them to understand that this is serious business and this seriously can, make us some money, right? There's people in your network that have the money. I promise you that. It's just that you never had that conversation. And I would love for you to start having it as you go through the real estate deal lab. If you hop on and get a strategy call, you will learn how we speak to people in order to not only create an opportunity, a win-win solution for both you and the lender, but also close the deal. Okay. So you don't have to worry about having money. There's people in your network that has it. And title companies are great sources to find people that lend money, okay? Because they do all of the things, right? All things transaction of real estate, they do it all, right? So look up online for investor-friendly, not only title companies, but also agents. If you find an investor title agent or title company, you could also find an investor-friendly realtor, right? And again, these people have relationships with people that are heavy-duty investors. And sometimes investors will lend money to you too on a deal. They might want to partner with you. That's what it is. And you might not have to come out with no money out of pocket. So again, finding the deal, knowing what is a good deal, having the relationships, right? You're building the relationships every day, building the relationships. Those are the keys, okay? Don't worry about, oh, I don't have any money. Oh, my credit's not good. No one's looking at your credit when you got a house that's supposed to be and is worth 300,000. You got it at 100,000. No one cares about that. They're going to give you money immediately, all right, to do the deal. And they might even say, listen, I'll fix it for you, right? That was one of my first flips was I had a great deal. It was a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. I got it subject to. So no money out. I just cleaned it up, right? And I went to the title company about another property because again, I was driving around looking for stuff. And they said, hey, I'll lend on it. I came out of no money out of pocket. And we were able to turn and make that a very, very profitable situation. Okay. You had a
I have a
question?
question.
Yeah.
How did you find that deal? Like, was it driving for dollars, or how did you find it?
It was driving for dollars. Can't stress that. Driving for dollars. Now, I had driven this neighborhood before, right? But I made it a priority to always be driving in that neighborhood. I said, this is a great neighborhood. I know there's going to be a deal in this neighborhood, right? And it was also a neighborhood that had a lot of, I was attached to. Yeah, go ahead. Camille?
So how do we know it's a great neighborhood? What are the parameters? What do you look for to determine the neighborhood?
So the key is, I love that you asked that question. The key is finding an ugly house in a good neighborhood. Finding a house that is overgrown in a good neighborhood. People want to live in a good neighborhood, right? So investors want to buy and sell in a good neighborhood because they know it's going to be bought. They know they can sell it. Okay. So that was me driving. I looked, the lawn was always cut, but then the backyard wasn't cut. And I was like, okay, let me think about that. But then one day, somebody put a sticker or a notice on the door. And I was like, let me go read that notice. So I got up out my car and I walked to the notice, and it was the state had put a sign on there because they had issues with the septic. So it was now a code enforcement lien, right? And they had a state lien as well. So I was like, oh man, this is good. Let me read about it. So I took a picture of it, read about it. I was like, okay, well, they have not been there for at least a couple months. Second step, I went and talked to the neighbor. I knocked on the door. I said, hey, listen, you know what's happening with this house right here? And then he told me everything I needed to know about that house. He says, oh, well, that person, that lady has not been there. The husband died. She has not been there in 2 years. I was like, 2 years? 2 years? Wow. So what do you do?
Neighbors are golden. Neighbors are the golden nugget all
There,
the time.
they are,
They
man.
will tell you
They
everything.
are. They are. They're the only one. They're the ones watching the neighborhood. You're right, Camille. You know how that is. Just they watch, right?
That's a good idea. So you could almost be like going for your morning walk in other people's neighborhoods.
You could. You could. You could definitely.
I like that, Nicole. I like that.
Yeah.
That's facts. You find
Yep.
that old lady walking down the street with her dog and just
Hey,
constantly having
girl,
conversation.
hey.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And those are the keys right there. That's the biggest key right there. and again, building that relationship with the old lady that always walking around the neighborhood, right? The old man that's always riding his bike around the neighborhood. They've seen houses and what houses have gone from well manicured lawns to not so manicured lawns or not well cut or any cuts, right? So, yeah, definitely reach out to those folks. The neighbors are the key. They can give you a lot of information and insight, right? So, that's how you get leads and properties discounted, right? Because if they have issues, the owner needs to sell, wants to sell, but does not know that they can sell. So that's why I always say get a mentorship and join the program, because at the end of the day, we share how you can actively talk to these people and what to say and how to say it, right? In order to give them the best value, right? So, number one, you don't have to have any money. You're going to get leads that no one else sees first. You saw it first, right? And again, building those relationships. When you build relationships, that's where that's what we always say, pipeline of deals flow. Okay. All right. We're going to hit to anybody has any questions or updates or insights or whatever. I just want to hear some talking. What about you, James?
I repeat that.
You have any questions?
No, not right now. I'm just listening.
All right.
Been hearing this information before. It's just time to do it. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, I'm all about action, right? So doing it is as you drive, right? Write addresses down. All right. Just start pulling over, write down the address. Hey, what's going on with this one? Hey, and then I'm open to hopping on a call. We start to strategize how we can get to that deal, okay? What about you, Daniela? I know everyone's multitasking right here. I love the note taking. That's beautiful, beautiful stuff. All right, so just to go right into the last part, how to avoid rookie mistakes. We only have a few minutes. I'm going to tell you the rookie mistakes, right? There's a lot of them, but we're going to only go over a few. And I can't change the game in your head in this one webinar, but we're going to get you jazzed up so you can get out there. There's a lot of money out there, right? There's a lot of deals out there, and you probably have the relationships already. You just didn't know how to ask. And that's why we created the Real Estate Deal Lab, so you can learn how to ask and also make that happen. All right. The worst and the biggest mistake is to not go out there and do it. Okay. That's the rookie's mistake, right? You're sitting on the sidelines. Oh, I just don't know. I don't have the money. I don't have the credit. No, it doesn't matter. All right. We're going to X out that mistake. That's no. Okay. Because everyone has people in their network that has not only the money, but also are going through situations that we could help by learning certain skills. And you can make money doing so. Okay. So another rookie mistake is buying courses and stuff and not doing anything with it. Okay. Don't do it. Right. Learn as much as you can. And when you buy anything, make sure that you are utilizing it. It's like the gym. Okay. A lot of people, and I'm guilty at times. I need to use that gym, right? It's on subscription. It's coming out of your account every month. You need to go out there and do it. Use it. All right. Another rookie mistake is just thinking that you're not able to get it. You're not, no, I can't do it because I have to have credit. You don't have to have credit. You will rarely hear me mention credit. Okay. Credit is good. Now, if you have credit and you're holding stuff a long time, we'll talk about that on another webinar. But those are some of the key mistakes. Okay. Also, not knowing the laws in your area. Know the laws in your area. Okay. There's certain states that you can't wholesale, but if you're in those states, give me a buzz, because there's so many different ways to close and sell deals, flip deals. There's so many different ways. All right. So again, rookie mistakes is inactivity, not doing it, not getting out there. Those are big ones. Okay. And that could keep you away from getting real estate wealth. And that's where we say, no, join the deal lab, learn as much as you possibly can. And I'm a hands-on person. So whenever you get on the strategy call, it's going to be, we're going to talk and find out exactly what you really want to do. And then we're going to go do it together. Okay. So that's the key behind it all. The information is here. The experiences are here. And we're here to make sure that we help you get to that next level. All right. How about you, Camille? What other rookie mistakes that costs people thousands?
Sorry, I had to unmute.
No
Rookie
worries.
mistake that cost people, I mean, in different stages, but one of the things that you said is like educating yourself and then not moving forward. But while you're moving forward, remembering those steps and going back to the resources that you have available, like in the real estate deal lab, to remember when you're sitting down and you finally do get someone answering that door, do you remember what document you need to have or what clause you need to make sure is available for you to make the dollar?
Mm-hmm.
I have heard people go and sit down and get a contract and forgot to put their assignment fee.
Mm-hmm.
And then now they lost their first deal, made no money, but
Right.
it was a golden ticket. I'm sure the next time he made sure he didn't do it again.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
knowing what's necessary to make sure that you're making money on that deal, knowing the numbers.
Knowing the numbers. That's the key right there. Knowing the numbers. Sometimes you might think you have a deal and you don't have a deal, right? At the end of the day, and that's again where a strategy called mentorship will really help because not only was Camille 100% right, having the right contracts, having the right paperwork is the key to closing deals. Now, you may be able to find them, but you need to also, another rookie mistake is not checking IDs, right? Make sure the person is who they say they are, okay? Because then you'll have a deal that goes to the title company and they're looking at you crazy like you did some fraud or something messy, right? We don't want that, okay? Make sure the person you're talking to is the actual owner. And again, there's several sites that you can verify. Let's get on a call and we'll talk about those. But those are some of the big things. Making sure that you're getting paid that money, making sure you're talking to the actual owner, okay? Knowing who that owner really is, right? And knowing that the title company is going to work with you, okay? Don't give no money to the seller. You're not giving the money to the seller, okay? You're giving the money. If you have an earnest money, you could do $50, $100, $50, whatever. You need to make sure you give that to the title company, and now your contract is valid. Don't give any money. Be like, oh yeah, give me my down payment in my hand. Don't do it. Big mistake, right? And when you are doing a deal, make sure you also look at the property appraiser to verify. If it's one owner, it needs to be Anna James, one owner, right? If it's two owners, if it's Nicole Camille, that's two people. You got to get two signatures, okay? All right. Don't be buying half a house. A lot of people have done that. And that's why let us vet those deals for you and make sure you're getting the right stuff. All right. What about you, James?
Um, in
What would you
terms
think is
of,
a rookie mistake?
sorry, I'm driving real quick.
No, you're good.
Again, there's just many different things that you can mess up on. Someone said earlier on different levels, and hold on. I really felt that because as you move along, you might make a mistake, which you're considering yourself to be a vet, but again, it's new to you, so it's a rookie mistake.
That's
Um,
right. That's right.
so constantly educating yourself, constantly trying to be around people, individuals who are trying to improve. Um, because most of the times, a lot of deals are good and bad based on just codes. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And what the city says.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a wholesale deal that's perfect in one place is extremely terrible in another place.
Mm-hmm.
So again, just knowing the lay of the lay of the land and stuff like that, and keep educating yourself.
That's it.
This is an ongoing. Case in point, I've been in bodybuilding for over 30 years now, and I'm still learning. You know, I'm still trying to improve, still trying to get better. So it's just one of those ongoing things you got to do in real estate.
Very good. Very good. That is 100% the truth and the facts. And I promise you, if you hang with the real estate deal out, you ain't gonna make those rookie mistakes. We don't allow rookie mistakes, right? We don't allow that to happen. So instead of costing yourself thousands, it's better to make them thousands. And we're here to do that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Uh, and I hope to see you all on the next live. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. That's you at the closing table. I'll see you soon, and same time next Wednesday.
Good job.